Hi guys, it's Blackie. Okay, I am back from my gathering. I've been in the woods for a week, so forgive me if I haven't been posting, but usually I post videos whenever I'm going to be gone, but things just got in the way, and so I didn't have a chance to. And so there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes to get an event put on like this. And this coming Sunday, I will have a video about the gathering. I'll put bits and pieces and show you people and things that went on at it. That'll be this Sunday. But for right now, what I'd like to talk about is my good friend Mr. Chris Hall gifted me with one of the Wazoo tactical belts. It's got the pockets in it. I want to talk about this for just a second. Now this, and I'll show you this up close in a second. This is one of the Wazoo hats. I've had this thing for 2 years. It holds up very, very well. No problems with it whatsoever. It's been sopping wet with sweat. It's been in rain. It's been washed a few times. It's held up really, really well. And a lot of these cloth type hats I usually wear out in a year or less. But this is ripstop. It's faded a little bit, but it's really, really good. And I'll show you the pockets inside in a minute. Now the belt also has a buckle on it, and it has pockets around the whole length. We're going to show that in just a second as well. Now we know whenever we're going to the field and we're going to go camping or we're going to go hiking or we're going to go whatever, we're going to carry our haversack and have our gear with us, right? To me, where I see this stuff is more like whenever you're having to go through your day-to-day job, you know, where you can't carry this with you because of. This is where, you know, you're wearing a uniform, you're wearing gear, you're part of a company, and you're going from A to B, and you just don't have the luxury of carrying a haversack. These two allow you to carry stuff with you, especially when you're transitioning between an urban environment and a woodland environment or something like that. It's having emergency supplies on you. Notice the word emergency supplies, so that I can therefore have resources to utilize out here, especially if it's an urban setting and I'm transitioning into another setting and I didn't plan on being here. If I'd planned, I'd have had gear, right? So let's talk about the hat. The hats look on the outside like a regular old baseball cap. Inside you have a pocket right here inside the bib. It's big enough to put like a micro SD card or some other stuff up in here. And I'll talk more about that micro SD card in a second. And then there's a pocket right here that you can put other gear into. Then there's a pocket on the side right there. And there's a pocket on this side right here where you can put, you know, discreet small things. And then you got a nice wide band right here that you can put fishing line, some bank line or something rolled up underneath here. That way to be out of sight and out of mind. You got a Velcro tab back here that allows for adjustment. Okay? All in all, you wouldn't notice anything special about it. It's just a baseball cap. Other than it says Wazoo right there. Now, this is a nice, big, generous belt. Let's start with the buckle. The buckle is nondescript on it, so it doesn't telegraph. And how you would put it on is the buckle lifts up, just like this, and you will slide the end of the belt under it, and then you'd clamp down. It holds nice and solid and secure, right? It also, when you open it up, you can see that there's a signal mirror, 2 elastic straps, and a nice thick actual real signal mirror that slides in there. On the back side of the buckle you have the tab that just lifts up to let the other end of the belt out. So this buckle comes off very easily. In the first section of the belt you have this hollow pocket right here. This is your money belt area. That way you can fold up money and slide it in there to make sure that nobody notices. What I've got in here right now is actually a pair of fire tabs for a fire starter. slid mine in there. I am in no way saying this is a tutorial of how to organize it. I'm just saying what I've got in it. Okay, and then along the top of the belt you have a Velcro seam. Now you could put it at the bottom of the belt or the top, whichever one you feel more comfortable about. You open it up, and right here in this end you have a small ferrule rod and a small striker blade, like right there, actually, yeah, blade right there, that allows you to have a cutting tool, and you can use the back of it as a striker for the ferrule rod. So that's a little fire set right there. Next, and you put this in there like you want, there's a loop sewed on the inside so you can anchor things to, okay? You have a small but good button compass. And then just the way your body is, this is fine fishing line or sewing thread. These are the little wire saws right there that you could take, open this up, and put in 2 toggles on the end, and there's a loop on either end, and it's just a wire like bone saw. Then we have a thing of small copper wire. It can be used for making lures. It can be made into all kinds of securing things, but just small fine wire. Alright, next we have a small signaling whistle and a very small little flashlight. Got the Wazoo logo on it, by the way. Now we have 2 zip ties, or use one, and here you have a bag that this bag can actually be used to boil water in. It opens up, and it's like I believe it's right out of quart bag, and it's got I believe this is a water purification tab right there, so you can do water. Now you have a teeny tiny fishing kit right there. There's a couple little hooks and a couple little leads. It's been put into a straw and pinched closed, and there's also a safety pin or 2 in there. Okay? Then you notice how this is sewed, so this Velcro has actually got a lip, so you can get underneath the lip to hold things so it can't come back out. There is a supply of duct tape that's been folded up to put in there. Then you have a supply of number 36 bank line right there. And finally we get to the other end where there is a loop on that end. And then the other end is also, I think this end is sealed up. Yes, this end is sealed up. So this is your belt. The money belt end is where you want to put the belt buckle. It just slides in like that, close it, and it locks solid in place. And then the other end, the non-money belt end that's sealed up, that's the one you want to use to run through and secure your belt, just like that. Whoops, I didn't put that on there fully. There we go. And so that is how it locks in place. A pretty simple idea, but pretty cool. So, me as a southern woodsman, what do I think of the Wazoo gear? I think that like the cap and the belt is a really good idea, especially for those of you that are making the transition from an urban environment to a country environment, or traveling where you're not wanting to carry your big bulky, but you want stuff on you in emergency. Being able to conceal a little bit of money or a little bit of whatever in here. Like I said earlier about a micro SD card. An idea when you're traveling or etc. is to take a computer, whatever, a laptop, and scan in your driver's license, your medical information, your insurance information, your card registration, all those important things, your bank account numbers, lists of phone numbers, all of that, and then put it on some small device. Maybe one of those really small thumb drives like they've got now for guys, people in college. That, I mean, it's no bigger than your thumbnail. Something like that could fit in here really well. So that if you get robbed and they take your wallet and everything else and dump you off in the middle of nowhere, all you've got to get is to law enforcement or whatever, and you can run off copies of all those important numbers and information that you ain't got on your head. You can put something like that in your cap as well. And being able to take the cap off like that and shake it and say there's nothing in it, and them not know you've got supplies up in here, would be a real asset. Does it have a niche? I think it does. And I'm going to play with mine a little bit and see what other items I might mix in. This is a good handful of survival gear. Now, I have never been a big fan of the little survival tins. You know that. But having something on you beats nothing every time. So having one of these belts, plus it is a really nice belt, made in the USA, just like it says so right there, that's the way to go. That's my 2 cents worth. Thank you for watching, guys. We're back online. We're going to be doing more videos now, so hang in there. Till next time, guys, I'm Blackie wishing you safe journeys. Have a great day, guys.